Today's lesson is on graphing linear equations. A linear equation is an equation whose graph is a line. The points in the line are solutions of the equation. We're now going to look at graphing a linear equation. So for number 1, we have the equation y equals 3x. We're going to use this table to help us graph this linear equation. We're going to use the x values of -1, 0, and 1 to help us solve. So first we're going to plug in -1 for our x in our equation. So we would have y equals 3 times -1. 3 times -1 equals -3, so our y value would be -3. Now we'll write an ordered pair. We need to do the x value first and then the y value. So our x value is -1 and our y value is -3. So we'll have -1, -3. Now we're going to plug in 0 for x. So we have y equals 3 times 0. And 3 times 0 is 0. So now we'll write our ordered pair and we'll have our x value of 0 and our y value of 0. So our ordered pair is 0, 0. And now we're going to plug in 1 for x. So we have y equals 3 times 1. 3 times 1 equals 3. So we have our x value of 1 and our y value of 3. So our ordered pair would be 1, 3. Now we're going to plot the ordered pairs on our graph and then draw our line. So for the first one, we have -1, -3. So for -1, -3, we would have gone over to the left 1, because that'd be -1, and then we go down 3 for -3. Our next one is 0, 0. 0, 0 is right in the center. That's our origin. And then we have 1, 3. 1, 3 would be to the right 1, and then up 3. Now we can go ahead and draw our line. Now for our second equation, we have y equals -2x plus 1. We're going to use -1, 0, and 1 for our x values. So first we'll plug in -1. So we have y equals -2 times -1 and then plus 1. -2 times -1 is 2. And 2 plus 1 equals 3. So y would equal 3. And then our ordered pair would be -1, 3. Now we'll go ahead and plug in 0 for x. So we have y equals -2 times 0 plus 1. -2 times 0 is 0, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So our ordered pair would be 0, 1. And next we're going to plug in 1 for x. So we have y equals -2 times 1 plus 1. -2 times 1 is -2. And -2 plus 1 is -1. So our ordered pair would be 1, -1. Now we're going to plot the ordered pairs on our graph. So the first one we have is -1, 3. -1, 3, if we start our origin, would be to the left 1, because that'd be -1, and then up 3. That'd be positive 3. Next we have 0, 1. If we start at the origin, 0 means we do not go left or right at all, and then we would go up 1. And our last ordered pair is 1, -1. So starting at the origin, we would go to the right 1 for 1, and then we go down 1 for -1. Now that we have our 3 ordered pairs on our graph, we can go ahead and draw the line. Now we're going to graph a horizontal line. For our equation, we have y equals -1 and 5/10. So we need to go ahead and plot this point. So looking at our graph, we would go down to -1 and 5/10 on the y-axis, and we would plot that point. Next, we're going to go ahead and draw the horizontal line that would go through that point. This would be the graph for y equals -1 and 5/10.